Never thirsty. Never thirsty.
No, I was gonna say a lot of like Marley, Substitution, arguably one of the greatest loops in the history of hip hop. By far, I'd have to say probably number one.
Yeah.
He was the first to sample that, and we that's where we learned about sample clearance.
Right. It
That's
used to
where
be
that
just
came
like the wild, wild west, though, like because no one, when people were making the records, they didn't anticipate millions of people would buy it. It was just made for the party or for whatever, right? And
Right, exactly.
And then it, you know, once dollars and cents came involved, then it was like, wait a minute. You know, some of the records, especially, you know, I can think of some Beastie Boys records probably would never get made if in today's day and age where you have to pay for everything and clear everything. You know, the old days of sampling was a lot of fun. You know, sometimes I wish that it could be like that again, but I don't think we'll ever see that again.
We could use it, right?
Let's talk about the late 90s now, you know, because we have a limited amount of time with you. We're going to have to do this again sometime because this is, you know, I love it. Let's get into the late 90s here, and Dr. Dre comes back with a vengeance with his Chronic 2001 album. And, you know, the Firm had been, I mean, I was a fan of the Firm stuff, but some other people weren't, I guess. And, you know, people sort of forgot about Dre, as he says in the song. And he sort of came back and was like, you know, guns blazing, let's just say. You were a part of those days as well, right? And Scott Storch. And how did that all sort of that magical, how did that magic come together?
I found the roots. When I found the roots and did that deal from, you know, moving forward, you know, I always kept I was with them for a while. And then I pulled out of the management position because I managed them in the beginning. And Scott called me up one day and was like, listen, I'm coming up to New York to see you. I want to talk to you. I was like, all right, cool. What's up? I want to be a producer. I was like, get out of here, really? Tired of just doing the roots? Yeah, man, I'm ready to do more. I said, cool. He said, but listen, I got to go to L.A. and I'll be back. Gets to L.A., who does he see? Eve. You know, local friend, obviously, 2 Philadelphians. She was like, listen, I just got signed to Aftermath. I want to introduce you to Dre.
Wow.
And I got the phone call. He was like, listen, I'm going to see Dre. I'm going to see Dre. I was like, man, oh, wow, this is incredible. Goes and sees Dre, plays. You know, what could Dre say? You know, Scott is just...
No, he's a wizard.
You know, Marley was a genius. Scott's a genius.
I mean, there's there's a 5, maybe even longer. I'm going to say 5, and that's underestimating, but a 5-year period where there wasn't a hit on the radio that Scott wasn't playing on. You know, it's like it
was a blessing.
He had a huge impact on the sound for sure. So now so Dre's like, okay, let's, you know, he goes and he plays for Dre, and Dre's like, well, let's go.
Yeah. Played because he you know, Dre hadn't seen anything like Scott. And I think, you know, once again, Dre's, you know, gift is, you know, he's the man with the eye, the spot. You know, he can call it before it happens. And, you know, Scott, Mike Elizondo.
Dre's picked a few winners.
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Do you remember him sending back like the demos, or, you know, because he's telling you I want to produce, and he doesn't really, you know, he's not really doing much of that. And so then he goes to LA and now he's sending you back. Like, were you just like,
yeah, he's calling me. He's calling me live out of the sessions. Like, listen.
He's like, listen to this.
Listen to this. And I'm going, what in the, you know, you said don't curse, so I'm back out of that one. But I was really, if there was a word to best describe how I felt, that was truly it. Yeah. It was just, it was big. It wasn't like any other hip hop on the radio at the time.
No. Timeless too. It's like, you
timeless.
Put that on. It still is. And that's something that I would give Dre credit for also. Like most of his music, even going back to NWA, it's like, it still hits. You know, it doesn't sound.
Still hit today. You play it today, it's still a hit. And that goes for the Chronic 1, the Chronic 2.
Of course.
Does not make a difference. You know what? You know, remember that first Aftermath album?
Yeah.
That might be the only dud in his career.
Right. But that was like a compilation album, so that doesn't count.
Exactly.